Hi, and welcome to the Hyperledger Global Forum in Dublin. I'm delighted to be joined by Makoto Takemiya from Saramitsu. Makoto, hi, good afternoon.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Makoto, could you introduce yourself and your company, please?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Makoto Takemiya, and I run a company called Saramitsu. So I'm one of the co-founders, and I'm the group CEO. I'm also an engineer by background, and I just graduated with my PhD this year, actually from the University of Tokyo, after quite a long, long road. But yeah, I've studied computer science, and I've done some various programming on many different jobs in the past.
Amazing. So we're going to talk about one particular project today. That's Project Bakong, which is a CBDC project with Cambodia. So maybe just explain to our audience what Project Bakong is all about.
So Project Bakong in Cambodia is really the first retail blockchain-based payment system in the world. So it's a form of CBDC that's intermediated by commercial banks and payment service providers. So if I'm a citizen of Cambodia, I can send money to anyone's phone number in the country using Project Bakong. And that's really quite exciting. And the central bank runs this as a core infrastructure. And because the central bank runs the ledger, the transactions have transaction finality, which means it's really easy to combine with other payment systems in the country because there's no counterparty risk.
And why was it important for Cambodia to implement a retail payment system like this?
Well, Cambodia has many contextual implications. So very few people have a full bank account. And if you don't have proper access to, to credit or financial services or online payments via like a credit card, it really restricts what your possibilities are, what your options are in the world. And by having a digital payment system that really is putting inclusion, financial inclusion at the top of the priorities, it makes things it's a lot easier to bring more people into the kind of regulated economy, so you can see what people are doing, and you can also prevent criminal activity that way. And you can open up new possibilities for e-commerce, which up until now has been really hard to do in Cambodia.
Amazing. So Makoto, just congratulations, live since 2020, an amazing achievement. How does it work?
So Bakong uses Hyperledger Iroha blockchain, and the central bank runs all the nodes of the core ledger, and then central bank works with partners in the banking community and the payment service providers who run a payment gateway that intermediate between the user and the central bank's ledger. So the central bank doesn't actually see the identity of the people transacting, but this identity information is held by the commercial banks or the payment service providers who onboard and kind of own the customer.
And what were the benefits of using Hyperledger, just to maybe explore some of the elements of technology, Makoto, that gave you that advantage and readiness and go to market?
Hyperledger itself has really strict governance protocols, and with the idea of making open source communities sustainably able to support the software into the future. And that's really important for any kind of financial product. Hyperledger Iroha in particular is, I think, very well designed for the payments use case. And it's very fast, very performant. It has a limited attack space compared to other blockchains because it's kind of specialized in what it's doing. And so that's one of the reasons why we used it in Cambodia.
So we got a man from California based in Japan and Tokyo, working in Cambodia, and the project's live. If there was one thing you wanted to look back on the project that was the recipe for success working there, what would it be?
Well, doing any project like this takes many years, and it's really hard to do anything, right, that spans many years. So we've been working with the Central Bank of Cambodia since 2017, and that's quite a long time. And really being able to stay flexible, to be creative, figure out how to do problem solving when problems arise, and how to add new features to the software. What's the possibilities of the technology? Being able to understand all these really allows you to create a production system and keep it in production once it goes there.
And truly a sense of partnership then with Cambodia, it sounds fantastic. So I've got one final question. Here we are at the Hyperledger Global Forum in Dublin, and you're a Hyperledger leader. If there was one thing you wanted to share with our audience about the value that the Hyperledger community brings to you and your business, what would that be?
So I do think a lot of it is about trust, just because the strict governance protocols that are in place really do let people kind of trust that it's not a project that is just good today. It's a project that will be good 5, 10 years from now, that it's still going to be reliable and able to be, part of the software system that you have. So yesterday at the Hyperledger Members Summit, it was talked about that 95% of like global systems are using some open source component, and at least 95%. So open source software, open source software is a key part of the global economy, and just making something open and putting it out on GitHub is not open source per se. You have to also have a governance structure and decide how are new pull requests merged in, who gets to decide, how things are run, like what new features to do. Like these are really important to have sustainable software that is going to be safe and secure. And Hyperledger Foundation and the Linux Foundation as well, I think really have this trust. And to me as a contributor, that's the most important thing.
But just sustainable, safe and secure. Congratulations again on Project Backon. And thank you very much for sharing this, Makoto. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have fun.
Cheers.